Contemporary art practices are actual practices of arts in everyday life. They are expressed in different ways by an individual or by a collaboration with several artists. We are already familiar with how they are made and how they are exhibited. The form and content of an artwork that is done by an individual artist are products of a single person's thoughts and emotions. But how about collaborative works of art, whose thoughts and emotions are being displayed in them? One example of a collaboration is the festivals and rituals, the representations of the Philippine arts. Perhaps one collaborative art is common to every region is the festival. The Philippines have festivals of every kind. Festivals honoring patron saints, a carryover from the Catholic Spanish colonial tradition. Thanksgiving for a bountiful harvest, commemoration of an event, and tribute to a special occasion or a local specialty. The celebration for festivals have become a collaborative art that involves many art forms and styles. A festival may be composed of street dancing, singing competitions, architectural decors like floats, and a lot more. Some of these festivals have become tourist attractions. But can we differentiate festivals and rituals? In this lesson, we will be discussing what are the differences and similarities between festivals and rituals that has been a representation of the Philippine arts. Ceremonies, festivals, and rituals embody, enact, and reinforce the sacred values communicated in rites. Ceremonies, festivals, and rituals explains that rituals occur on calendrical cycles. They often dictate when the community honors a particular divinity or observes particular taboos. Community rituals may include agricultural rituals designed to persuade the gods to deliver rains and successful harvests and to guarantee healthy livestock. Other rituals include rites of passage, which mark personal transitions, funeral rites, and marriage rituals. Philippine traditional religions usually features festivals honoring divinities or cultural heroes. Festivals renew the bonds between ancestors and their progeny, emphasize cyclical time, and keep track on the community's legacy and orientation by carrying forward its predecessors' memories. Festivals and rituals traditions of Filipinos are best understood in terms of their intentions. At the core of any ritual and festival is the fundamental belief that there exists a delicate balance between man and nature and the spirit world. It is believed that for good or bad, it is through the actions of man and this balance is shifted. Rituals and festivals can be interpreted as an attempt to enhance and maintain this balance. When the balance is lost, misfortune in various forms are visited upon the village and rituals must be performed to restore the state of affairs. Human nature being what is, there are innumerable reasons for causing a shift of this balance. Consequently, there are equally innumerable rituals through which this imbalance may be corrected. This helps explains the broad range of ritual practices in the Philippine regions. These festivals and rituals define the future. Rituals to appease or propitiate spirits, rituals to ensure a good harvest, rituals to invoke protection from the unseen, and rituals to carry guidance and counsel, rituals to heal the sick, rituals to bring good luck, and rituals for every conceivable purpose. It would seem that the facet of Filipino life is linked with some kind of ritual practice. These are even rituals which are performed exclusively to determine the necessity for subsequent rituals. This, if anything, demonstrate the pervasiveness of rituals in folk culture of the Filipino people. There's a number of festivals in the Philippines throughout the year. It doesn't matter which month you travel. There will be a festival you'll surely enjoy in different seasons. There are even festivals that last for a month or more. Some of our festivals were influenced by the Spanish era in the 1500s. They focus on religious traditions, while the other festivals are integrated with the significant historical events of the country. Here are the top festivals in the country that surely don't want to miss. First is Cebu City's Sinulog Festival that is being celebrated during the third week Sunday of January. Sinulog Festival is an annually celebrated for cultural and religious purposes. This event is celebrated in other parts of the country where the local government arranges the festival. The event will consist of a street party, dancing, and performing local and traditional costumes. Catholic Santo Niño is the center of this celebration, but the Sinulog dance rituals also commemorates the Filipinos' pagan past, along with their acceptance of Christianity. Second is Kalibo Aklan's Ati-Atihan that is celebrated on third week Sunday of January. Another celebration to honor Santo Niño, Ati-Atihan is where people to go to street parading their traditional costumes and weapons and painting their bodies black. Participants march and dance in the town, matched with loud drum beats. This festival will definitely make you dance your heart and while enjoying a true Filipino atmosphere. Iloilo City's Dinagyang Festival that is celebrated in the fourth weekend of January. Dinagyang Festival is one of the largest festivals in the country. It's when Iloilo takes the street festivals to the next level. The city converts all its streets into a massive open-air festivals and everyone is invited. Mouth-watering local dishes are overflowing wheels. There are bands playing in every alley you turn to. Every barangay and school will come together and have an extravagant dance competition. Baguio City's Panagbanga Festival that is celebrated in the month of February. One of the longest festivals in the Philippines, Panagbanga is celebrated throughout the month of February. This month highlights the season of blooming flowers. At the same time, this is also to commemorate the rise of the disastrous 1990 earthquake in Luzon. Marvelous floats designed with various types of flowers conquers the streets of Baguio City. Tourists can expect street dancing by dancers wearing flower-inspired costumes. Expect it to be even colder in Baguio when your visit at this festival is celebrated in the month of February. Moriones Festival that is celebrated on the Holy Week during March or April in Marinduque City. This is a festival that lasts for a week in Marinduque. Moriones is a celebration of the life of Saint Ronginus, whose eye was healed by the blood of Jesus Christ. Since most Filipinos don't work during the Holy Week and this event follows the schedule of the Holy Week, a lot of locals stay in Marinduque to celebrate the festival. Morion refers to the helmet of the Filipino dressed as Roman soldiers, while Moriones refers to the people who dress as these Roman soldiers. These costume Moriones roam the streets for 7 days, scaring children and making noise to reenact the search for Longinus, the centurion who pierced Jesus on the cross with a spear. Next is the famous Lucban, Quezon's Pahiyas Festival that is celebrated on the 15th day of May. It is when locals of Lucban decorate their houses extravagantly with vibrant, lively colors. Vegetables are hung as decorations because this festival celebrates the season of harvesting. People are allowed to bring their own basket and pick fresh vegetables from the walls with no charge. It's been a happy fiesta and a shopping at the same time. Pintados Kasadayan Festival is very famous in Tacloban City that is celebrated on the 29th of June. Pintados Kasadayan Festival is another religious celebration in the name of Santo Niño held in Tacloban City. It showcases the rich culture and colorful history of the province of Leyte. The dancers paint their faces and bodies with vibrant colors of blue and green to depict Leyte's ancestral people. Some dancers are also painted with designs that look like armor to represent the warriors that lived in Leyte long ago. The folk dances they perform portray the many traditions people of Leyte practiced before the Spanish era. Among these are the worship of idols, indigenous music, and epic stories. To name a few, The term Pintados is derived from the tattooed native warriors of Leyte, were once called while Kasadayan means merriment in the Visayan tongue. Sirong Festival of Surigao del Sur is another cultural and religious celebration. Various towns claim that it is originated in their municipalities in Surigao del Sur. Most of these towns were founded during the pre-Spanish occupation and were attacked by the Moros. Sirong Festival features a war dance between the Muslims and the Christians. It marks the Christianization of the early Cantilagnons. Whoever wins the best dance in the festival brings home a cash prize that is celebrated on August 15. During the month of October, Mascara Festival is being celebrated, a festival that is celebrated from the City of Smiles in the Bacolod City. Mas, which means crowd, and Cara, which means face. Festival is filled with people wearing colorful smiling masks designed with feathers, flowers, and native beads. The festival allows tourists to enjoy 20 days of beer drinking, street dancing, and merrymaking. Every street is filled with locals wearing their smiling masks and festive costumes while dancing around and spreading the happy atmosphere throughout the city. During the festival, locals are encouraged to forget the economic struggle brought about the dead season of the sugar harvest. They also see the festival as their ways of escapism and obscurantism. The sugar harvest is important to the people of Bacolod since Negros Occidental, where Bacolod is found, is known as the Sugar Bowl of the Philippines. Who can even forget the famous and grandest Giant Lantern Festival in San Fernando City, Pampanga? San Fernando organizes the biggest festival in the country. It features a competition of giant lantern making, which is why it has called to be the Christmas capital of the Philippines. This is also to celebrate the Christmas season, where participants produce up to 15-foot diameter lanterns. It is a rule that each lantern should be made out of locally available materials. These lanterns are showcased in a parade in each barrio before the midnight mass on Christmas Eve. This list is not even half the notable festivals in the Philippines. There are plenty more to discover, but the ones mentioned above should give you a great start. Make sure to go on the right date and month so as not to miss any of these awesome festivals in the country. The festivals mentioned are just some of the many festivals in the various regions. Some of them are sponsored by the Department of Tourism to attract tourists that add the economic coffers. Some are politically motivated to push or campaign for a local interest. Whatever their purpose is, these festivals provide a temporary escape for the Filipino by providing them with artistic wonders.